Hello viewers, I'm SB, and welcome back to Thea 2 The Shattering. I'm gonna be honest with you, the last episode was quite a while ago at this point, and I was not in the best mental state when I recorded it, so I'm a little shaky on where we are at the moment. Let's just take a second here and realign ourselves. So, we do have to do... Okay, we're right at the Red Ridge Bandit part of this quest. I am kind of curious if we could avoid doing all of that extra stuff, like going to the demon cave and everything, if we could just build ourselves up to the point where we could go to the Red Ridge area and just murder the bandits. Because that seems like the turmoily way to solve the problem, right? So maybe we should think about doing that. Okay, our Divine Path quest wants us to go there, which is, I suppose, a thing that we can do. So let's talk about building weapons, huh? Let's talk about weapons and armor and the things that we will do with them. Well, first of all, we have no advancement points right now, but I know that we have some researches saved up. What do we have exactly? I have 1 terrain and 4 creatures. And there's another terrain artifact pretty nearby, right? Yeah, there's one right there. Are there any others in the area that I have not grabbed yet? No, we really haven't explored to the north, though. There's potentially a lot of valuable stuff not that far from us. We really don't know. So, I think I want to send out an expedition to grab this. I think I would like to go get that in the near future. Probably that should be the first thing we do. And then we have access to the iron now, thanks to our new and improved idol of stone, which gives us the extra gathering distance. So now we have metal. We have almost every resource type. I don't know what we're going to do with all this research once we have it, all these advancement points. Obviously, we're going to buy the skills necessary. Oh, you know what? We should fix up our equipment, because we have a bunch of new stuff. So who's going out on the gathering adventure? I certainly don't want to leave the town empty. What is the gathering of... Okay, but we're only going to be able to put 2 people on it, right? I guess it could just be 2 people. Like, it could just be Nadia and Falcon. That's probably fine. They're pretty tough. So, Falcon should be wearing some armor. It doesn't really matter what, but he should just, like, definitely have armor on. 600 carry capacity. Dwarves are very good at carrying stuff. So he's got pretty good perception. He's got the best javelins that we have access to. And then he doesn't have any jewelry on. We should throw on just something. Some kind of piece of something. And then I'm going to give him a gathering tool as well. You're going to need him at maximum gathering. Hard to imagine I'm going to be able to beat that. Yeah, 36% increase in gathering is actually very significant. 3.6. Okay. This is actually slightly better. Alright, now Nadia. Nadia is wearing an 11.6 armor, or 11.6 red armor, piece of armor, which I guess is fine. We have a pretty good shield. Like, actually a very good shield. So, is there a one-handed weapon that I would more like to equip her with? Not really. Do we want to drop her bone greatsword for this great big silver battle axe? It does way more damage, but we won't get any splash out of it. It's so hard to know if you're going to get splash as it is. 22 damage straight up with only 4 seconds of extra delay seems really powerful. Axes just seem very good. Okay. And do we want her to have this cat? Is this the right pet for her? Probably not, right? We could throw the boar in. The cat's definitely wrong. Let's pull the cat. Let's give her the boar for now. I'm not 100% clear, actually, on how movement works in parties. I assume, as is usually the case in these games, that the party's movement speed is set by the slowest person in the party. So since the dwarf is slower than her, it probably is not the case that that's actually going to do anything at all. Except give me the ability to summon the boar in combat. Hard to imagine I want to do that, though, when I could just play Nadia again. You know what, though? The boar, it's not just about the boar's damage potential, it's also about the boar's potential for absorbing damage, so that's fine. And give you some better jewelry. We do need to find somebody to put this Shadow Shield on. I guess we could go Steel Sword and Shadow Shield and end up with a ton of red shielding. Nah, we'll be fine. Everything's gonna be okay, so let's put those two out into an expedition. Try to grab that and then get back home quickly. 10 days, let's make it 15 just to be on the safe side, and even that, we shouldn't come anywhere near spending all of that. We will need enough wood. It's very important that we actually, I guess 15 days of wood will do it. Very important that we have enough wood to make camp. And sure enough, Expedition 1 has 5 points of movement. Alright, we're going to end up just a little bit too far away from town for them to participate in any battles out here. I wonder if we should tag this while we're out here. I can't exactly remember. I remember that when we did this step of the Divine Path quest in our last game, we came up against some witches. I'm assuming that it will not be the same encounter here, because we were following the magic domain there, and the witches fit into that pretty well. So I would assume that we'll see more of a turmoil thing happening here, probably something that we have to resolve through brute force. And that being the case, I think let's get on building all the stuff we need to build first. Let's get like some decent weapons and armor. Okay, so back home, back in town. We have... Probably we should get some more wood income. We're actually pretty low on wood. I guess, though, we can have the kid work on wood, because she's just barely able to gather one whole thing of wood per turn. And then we should also probably be making some grain and... I guess some iron, just get some metal in. I don't know, we don't have a specific plan for it at the moment, but I'm sure we can find something to do with it. So we're going to end up probably with at least 3 or 4 advancement points by the time this whole deal is said and done. So that'll be enough to buy, like, the highest level of knowledge in an armor or a weapon. Okay, we'll take this down in 3 turns. That's not too bad. Oh, right, we don't have anybody cooking. Are we out of any of our food? I mean, we're going to run out of scrambled eggs. There's nothing we can do about that. The other stuff, we're okay on for the moment. You know what we need more than anything else, actually, is just population. We just need people. And I don't know that we have a lot of ways of affecting that. People are going to show up when they show up, I think. So, destructive words. What does he currently have as far as purple attacks go? He has Soul Tear. I think Soul Tear is probably good enough. Will Drain works in red and purple. Yeah, that's fine. We don't really have a lot of opportunities to recruit new people into our civilization, I don't think. Okay, we have discovered some Darkwood. That's interesting. I don't know that I really want to use Darkwood for stuff over Dryad Wood because of the higher chance for making garbage. It's an extra 0.3 essence per unit of resource, though. There's something to be said about that. We also need to get some people in here who are a little bit better at research, because I don't think we actually have anybody good right now. What was my plan with the kid? The child that we have now, what is her deal? Her deal is that she doesn't really have a deal. So I guess what I would really like her to grow up into, if we can find a way to swing it, is a Zerka or a healer or somebody who's a little bit better at yellow challenges. I guess we still need a witch. Like, we have some people who are kind of okay at purple, but part of the reason I'm thinking that is just that I want to be able to engage in some of the yellow options that are going to be available to us when dealing with, like, wandering parties of the couple of groups that we actually want to be friendly with. Okay, we're gonna get up on the mountain here, just looking around. That's the Red Ridge camp. This is the Divine Path thing. I definitely don't want to interact with that. Kinda hoping we get to see something a little more interesting. I am not going to interact with the ruins with it just being the two of us. You know, just in case. Because either those ruins are going to be good enough to have real loot in them, but a difficult challenge, or they're going to be something we could easily handle, but not, like, valuable enough for me to spend the time handling them. Let's stop in the friendly village here on the way past. Is there anything we can help you guys with? Nope, they have not decided on another task for us yet. That is a shame. I would really love to be able to recruit people from a village. We really have not had that opportunity yet. Even with the villages that we got friendly with, we did not see that opportunity. Okay, let's figure out research. Who is good at research? Surprise! The dwarf. The dwarf's great at everything. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna, really... I think this is a high priority. And I think we're okay on supplies right now. We are not desperate for anything. Gather some more fish, and then maybe we'll do some cooking, and then we can worry about our building resources after we have some idea what we want to build. But I want to get some research done here. Yeah, it would be cool if we could get the kid to become a witch. Witches are awfully useful. It also would be cool if we could have another dwarf child show up. I think that's a possibility since we have a dwarf adult in our town. It seems like you can get kids of any race or faction. Okay. Through the Cabbage Patch event, it seems like you can get kids of any race or faction that you already have one of. So the school's going to push us over to 2 advancement points pretty soon. Actually, finishing the thing will push us over all the way to 3. Oh, how I wish that mysticism had been one of the available options. Well, I'm just going to have her grab Destiny. Not what we want, but increasing our purple health is going to turn out to be valuable, I think. And then everybody jumps down onto Research Creature. So 6 turns of that, we'll have another 2 or 3 advancement points by then. Okay, how are we doing on food? We have 100 and 100. Starting to run pretty low on grilled fish and kind of everything, actually. Let's have you make some pierogies and you grill up some fish. Make sure that we keep morale high. Was that the last one, or is there... Okay, there's one more. There's one more, and we do need to leave everybody on it. Well, we'll do one more turn of cooking as well. Oh, here come the Lightbringers. Okay, so 5 advancement points. What exactly do we want to do with them? Let's actually pull you guys off of cooking as well. Yeah, that's enough. We have enough of those things. So let's have a look at our weapon options here. Actually, what do people look like so far in terms of carry limit? Obviously, the kid's carry limit is childlike, but we can hope she'll grow up to have a better one. I mean, we may have to give her some points of strength or something like that in order to make sure she can wear real armor. If she grows up to be a witch, odds are she's probably going to have some pretty bad armor. But everybody else should be able to wear... Nadia and Falcon at least should be able to wear heavy. So I'm wondering if we should go for heavy armor this game. The medium armor was effective last time, and it's certainly more versatile. Alright, we have access to decent wood and stone. And leather not that far away. So wood, stone, and leather sound like heavy armor materials to me. Bone, metal, stone, gems... I don't know why I'm clicking on this. This information was already available to us. So, you can make the armor out of wood. We could use some of our granite. It would be really nice to have a source of real gems nearby. And then medium armor is more made out of Well, metal and wood, leather obviously is more common. Okay, we have the materials to make good heavy armor. It's just a question of whether or not people will actually be able to use it. We probably want to take jewelry a little bit earlier, because jewelry does seem to be pretty useful. And then, if we want to build weapons... I'm not really sure what I want to do for weapons. Hey, polearms seem pretty good. The first strike capabilities are significant. But I also would like to have one-handed swords, kind of. I'm just thinking, like, a one-handed sword and a good shield makes a character so tough. Let's start with the armor. So I'm gonna go after heavy armor. We're gonna make some good suits of heavy armor, preferably elemental type heavy armor. But part of my motivation here is that we didn't go for heavy armor last game, and so I don't know what really good heavy armor looks like, and that's less true of the other stuff we have access to. So if I did something like this, we could end up with 26 points of all-color shielding, or 54 points of red shielding. If I wanted to hit the threshold on this stuff, what am I? I'm gaining a little bit of movement for a significant trade-off in shielding. That doesn't seem great. What if we made some more obsidian? Because we do have the materials for some more obsidian, although it takes a huge amount of it. Honestly, it's not even that big of a difference. Yeah, working with granite is tough. But honestly, this is pretty good armor. If we swap out the essences, can we change up the sanity? I'm not so concerned about our sanity. If we were to put some metal in, let's say we went and got some more gold. Okay. You know what? I'm just realizing when we make the armor out of the stuff that has yellow essences, it increases the yellow stats. Dude, this probably should have been clearer to me earlier. It's an association I should have made. But the essences are red, yellow, and purple. Yeah, okay. It is not. It should not be such a mystery to me how these things work, because the game is giving us color-coded information. So if we wanted to make armor that was going to give us health, which I think is more relevant, or like if we wanted to make it sanity and faith, we could go metal and gem, right? Just do a little bit of hypothesis testing here. Sure enough, red and purple essence makes red and purple stat boost. Inconvenient though. Like the high tier resource that we have access to is yellow essence, unfortunately. I cannot pull these out. I don't know what the purpose of pulling those out would be. Okay, so we could go get some scaled leather. Okay, is it always the second thing that gives a flat resource increase? It gives a flat resource increase no matter what the resource type is. No, never mind. I'm trying to figure out what makes it give a flat bonus and what makes it give a percentage bonus. Alright, it doesn't matter that much. I'm just trying to understand everything. So if we went like this, if we went for scaled leather plus stone, we could get sanity and health, which seems good. Seems like a fine way to do that thing. So we'd have to organize an expedition out. And it's scaled leather that we have access to nearby, right? Is indeed. That's another advancement point. Maybe we should finish exploring before we make a decision on how to spend our resource advancement points. Okay, so what do we build with just the stuff we have on us? We just build this thing, right? It's not totally ideal, but it's pretty good. What are we talking about in terms of crafting time? 4 turns with a pretty significant trash quality chance. I mean, what are you gonna do? Wild resources. And then, I suppose that's part of the value of the upgrade to obsidian, is that it lowers the chance of bad qualities because the obsidian is not a wild resource. Also, how heavy? 281 pounds, I'm assuming. 281 weight units is actually... Okay, no, we would be able to wear that because we'd be swapping out the 123 here, but it's above the maximum carrying capacity for our scavenger. That's fine. We'll pass her down some leather armor. It'll be okay. Yeah, alright, do that, and then I guess we can focus on... Well, first of all, we're definitely going to need some more dryad wood. Dryad wood is... Actually, we don't have that much less dryad wood than granite. Maybe we put the kid on granite gathering. It's a little bit less effective. We need a lot of both of them. So for right now, can I make 2 suits of this? Yeah, I totally have the materials for 2 suits of this, and we have 2 people who can wear it. Alright, let's start with that. Except, do I want to have people jump out? I probably want to have people jump out right now and challenge these guys. I don't want to fight them right this second, but if they come to the village and challenge us, we're going to be in much worse shape. Alright, hold on. Let's have Nadia run out there and engage them. She should have enough movement to, yeah, do this and then get back in town. Group of folk taken by the Light Scourge approaches you. Lightbringers, as they are now known. We should be able to do a difficulty 3 red challenge. I actually think a difficulty 2 purple would probably be harder for us in our current state. So out of curiosity, how's that auto-resolve go? You know what? I'll take that. That's fine. We got ourselves some... Okay. A little bit of valuable stuff. Some more stuff we can use to actually build. That's a piece of... that's a nice piece of jewelry. Turns out the Lightbringers don't really care for us. They don't like it so much when we do that. Alright, that was definitely the right move. That is the thing that needed to happen. Okay, now let's build some armor. Good time for everybody to be sitting around and gathering, except I guess that a lot of people are actually sitting around crafting. Wow, they're spawning new units very aggressively, it seems like. Step out here and engage them again. Okay, this time difficulty 4 challenges on both colors. Well, we're way better at reds than we are at purples. Serious injuries is half or more of their hit points lost. We might be able to beat that. Especially since we can, you know, cheat with Falcon. So is this going to be a situation... This might be one of those situations where they have one character who's way better at stuff than their other characters. I'm going to put Nadia out... just like in the corner here, I think. Put Bozidar down with his Will Drain. Will Drain's actually pretty good. I'm just thinking we probably want to try to save Falcon in case we have to do his the Chosen ability twice. What's it going to hit for the first time? 60? That's pretty good. So yeah, we're going to be able to wipe this guy out. So let's just keep playing relatively high damage attacks onto the field. We have 3 total points left. I think I'm just going to pass, because I want to see what they're going to do. They could play this guy a 3rd time, and if they do, we can negate a significant amount... Yeah, negate a significant amount of their spent resources with our sacrificial blood. And then... I guess it's just Falcon, right, that we play for a 2nd time, because he actually also does a lot of damage. Alright, we're going to do a ton of damage to their hand here before they even really have a chance to get anything back on the table. We might kill him. Entirely possible. Alright, well, we beat the hell out of that auto-resolve result. Some enchanted leather. We've actually picked up a fair amount of enchanted leather. How much do we have? A group inventory. Okay, never mind. We only have 12. I was misremembering. Oh, you know what? I have him building stuff while still equipped with his gathering tool. What is our best building tool? 27% up is probably a winner. These are identical, except the topaz crafting tool is slightly lighter. And I guess the kid ought to have a gathering tool on her. Man, I am not playing at absolute maximum skill here. So she has 11.4 right now. Yeah, I think we just give her that dark gathering tool, right? Now, she's not quite as good of it. We should swap these. It's 3.6 better than we could get 15% or 22%. Yeah, the flat is actually right. It's just a lot. Okay. And then we gotta put Nadia back on gathering. There's already 2 more of these war parties produced. That's a little frustrating. They are just going to be everywhere. But we may as well equip people with this stuff immediately as soon as it's built, because you can never tell when we might suddenly be in combat. I think we'll give it to Nadia first. We'll slide the leather armor on down to you. A 26-point increase in all colors of shielding is pretty significant, I think. There's definitely an argument to be made that we'll probably only play Nadia onto the table in red challenges, so maybe give her the armor that's all red. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that next time. Next time we make some decent stuff. Okay, I was not expecting them to make it all the way over here to attack us in one turn. Let's resolve manually and run away, which is undoubtedly what we are going to have to do. We can use Thalcon to try to blow them up, but I think the right play is just, yeah, run. An old man has found his way into our village. Okay. So we don't have the ability to impress him. Nobody in the village is smart enough, I don't think. But I'm still going to take this top option in the hopes that he'll give us a little bit of extra crafting skill. Show him you are smart enough to teach. Really? Okay, I'm quite surprised by that. A big crafting skill boost on the kid, that's alright. You, I think, are just gonna take some wits, maybe? I don't know. And we're going to have Nadia run out and start a red fight with these guys as well. Are we almost done with that armor? 2 turns? Okay. Red fight should be nice and easy. Well, if they keep bringing us good leather, we'll be able to actually build something out of that leather in no time. And it looks like it might actually be the case that they're producing a new war party every time we kill the old one. Or just every turn, maybe? That sucks. That's a big impediment to our survival. Alright, let's equip that other piece of armor on you. Nobody's going to be able to wear this thing, not anytime soon. How long is Iliska still going to be a kid? 12 more turns. Inconvenient. We should probably give her a weapon. She should be holding something. I'm really hoping we don't have to use it, but yeah, we could give her like a good wand. Maybe. Nope, never mind. That amber wand is too heavy. We'd have to drop the gathering tools. Yeah, you know what? She's not going to get played into combat. It's fine. Well, I guess let's not worry about who's doing what until after we have killed this war party. Wow, only 11 points of health lost in total, huh? That's a pretty good outcome. They managed to pull that off without even using the, what's the name of my god? Triglav. Without even using that Triglav ability. So yeah, we're just going to have to burn this down, and it's gonna have to happen pretty soon. So if we're going to go in there and try to kill them, we might want to build ourselves some better weapons. So the question is, do we need to worry about shielding right now? Like, do we want to do a one-handed sword and shield thing for Nadia? Or do we want to just make her an even better axe and focus on killing the enemies as our first line of defense? Turns out they rarely deal damage to you after they're dead. Or would we rather maybe go for javelins? Since the dwarf is so powerful, he has 20 points of perception. What is Nadia's strength? Yeah, not even close. There's no benefit that we could get that would be as great as improving the javelins. Well, except for the fact that we might, it is at least theoretically possible, we might want to play Thalcon only for his ability. In which case, Nadia... She has a pretty good axe already, though. And his javelins are pretty garbage. I'm just trying to think in terms of advancement points. They're not super easy to come by at this point. We've exhausted our quick supply of them. Let's go for the battle axe, because Thalcon already has a good, useful thing he can do in combat. So how would we get... What do we need? 14 more research points? I'd really love to be able to just... for our first big weapon, to be able to build it with 2 stars. Get the maximum essence out of the ingredients. Moving the plot forward does allow you to... would give us some advancement points. Or research points. But maybe what we should do is... whatever this is. I don't know what event spawned that, but let's have Nadia go out there and check it out. And if she gets attacked anywhere around here, she is still in position to, she's still close enough to town to be able to use the town for defense. Let's give her a little bit. Okay. Maybe it's not a good idea to run out, because, like, I will definitely get attacked by Lightbringer parties. I don't know. We gotta find out what this is, right? Alright, there's some silver down there. What are we doing with everybody in town? Are we going back to gathering? We probably do want to refresh our supplies of good building materials. And honestly, food. Just shore up the food supply a little bit. Or the basic cooking ingredient supply. We don't need to leave them on that for very many turns. As you travel through a woodland, you hear the cries of a man. Uh-oh, is this the guy down in the hole? Yep, it totally is. Well, let's get some ropes and try to pull him out, because this is worth some XP and stuff. We pulled out a snake. We pulled out that bear. The bear is very easy to kill. We finally pull him out, and he's a total jerk about it. And hey, 2 research points. You know, it's not nothing. Okay, we found the cave where Anya and Ava may be hiding. Well, no, we suspect they are not, but I suppose we may as well go in. Find the cave is abandoned. No recent activity. But as luck has it, you discover a hidden chamber and some long-lost loot within it. Okay, that's not a great scroll. It is valuable, though. And hey, some research points. Very little in the world is more important to me at this moment than some research points. I guess we just want her to fall back? You can go see what that is. Find an old quarry, seemingly abandoned. You search through the rubble, but instead of resources, you come across a band of scavengers. They haven't spotted you yet. Okay, so we could speak to them, resolve this through words. It's not really in line with our god and his teachings and everything. but I don't want to crash out our, well, I guess our scavenger rep's not as important. We care about our Slavian rep. Yeah, you know what? Let's just stick to our thing and attack them. Okay, didn't change our reputations anyway. We found a bone artifact that I don't really care about, some clay. Okay, whatever, some meat. That's fine. Town has 115 turns worth of food right now. Still not enough. I think we definitely want to take Craftsman. I'm going to take Mysticism on Iliska to try to force her into being a witch, and you can grab some Wisdom. I don't remember what is this? Oh, this is probably the group of traders that the guy in the cave was from. Definitely close enough to town to still get the effect of the town here. One of your people has been acting oddly over the last few days. Let's, they seem suspicious. Give them a good beating, just in case. This is not a good start. Do not just beat the people in the town. Let's use our wisdom to observe them further. It turns out it's a Minoviak. Oh no! Who could have predicted this? Person, maybe a Minoviak, a demon who can mimic folk. So, if I'm remembering correctly, though, the person that he's mimicking is actually inside of him, right? So we do want to kill it, but I want to get my townsperson out first. So I imagine if we beat the truth out of it with wicker and fire, probably the person from our town who is inside of there is not going to do so well. Nope, never mind. They were just ill. Oh, well, in that case, it would have been really bad to beat it out of them with wicker and fire. 5-turn illness. Well, that's crummy. Ambushed by a band of crazed scavengers. Do we fight them or do we just stand firm and intimidate them? It feels like fighting them is the more sort of Triglavi action. But also, standing them down by being big and impressive. Yeah, we just fight them, I think. Okay, so we're actually gaining Slavian rep by doing that, and also we got some research material, which I'm pretty happy to see. Hard to imagine I would want to use Nadia for battle orders. This is just free damage. Come across a caravan of wealthy traders. They approach and ask to talk, but you recognize one of them as the man you saved from the hole who never even said thanks. Let's not start with attack the caravan. Let's talk to him, see what the man has to say for himself. The man you saved does not speak to you. He hides in the back, avoiding their gaze. So, let's tell the story and demand retribution and an explanation, and if they refuse to give us what we are owed, then we will turmoil all over their faces. Apparently we're okay at yellow challenges. You are clearly angered by my son's cowardice, and from the sounds of it, rightly so. I want no enemies, so here's some free stuff. Cool. A sword that is not very good, and some amber that is also not very good. Also, can we still trade? Do you have anything that I actually care about? I have some, okay heavy armor. Certainly not as good as our stuff. A sandstone hatchet that's, fine? Honestly, I guess we could take some more amber. Amber's cheap. We have a lot of weird garbage that we could trade off here. 126 value, here's this artifact that I don't want, and then also, how would you feel about some fish? It's so easy to get fish. Okay, so in 2 turns, even without researching the thing that we learned in 2 turns, we're just gonna get the advancement point from our school. Let's see. They probably don't have anything that we could, probably don't have anything valuable to trade off of them. I guess I'll just ask again if they have anything. Nope. They just don't. Nothing needs doing. Well, at some point, it's going to make more sense to just attack the village and take it by force. Okay, a flickering of light and a fluctuation of mystical power. It's going to be this thing. Quick, aid me. The dark spirit seeks to corrupt this place, twist it to its own dark will. You sense it is the spirit of darkness that is weak here. So if we tried to aid the spirit of darkness, we could spawn Darkwood near the village, which has to be the right move, right? And, like, reaching out to the dark spirit is totally within our domain here. I don't know if we can do a difficulty 4 purple challenge, though. We're not great at these. Let me see if I can figure this out. So we have a couple of reasonable purple abilities. Don't have a lot of purple shielding to work with, unfortunately. What do you have? You just have the shield. Yeah, this is a little not ideal. Alright, let's start with this. And then, you have a much better protect others, so we'll definitely use that. We really don't have a lot of good options here. Mila just has a reasonable brute force. What is it? It's 20 damage? Yeah, that's a shame. Let's see, in the first round we're going to do 32. He has 57 health. So if we play Bozidar again right now, try to take maximal advantage of his attack speed, then maybe we end up playing Falcon's ability once. Yeah, now that this thing's been played twice onto the field, we definitely want to do this. I'm wondering if we do it twice. That should make it pretty easy to burn through what's left of this guy. And it's just purple health. It doesn't really matter that much, right? The other thing we could do is play this once and then do like a protect others, but I don't know that I think that's worthwhile. We could also just lay down Mila a second time. She would be after both of this thing's attacks, which is pretty bad. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna pass the turn here. Let's see what else they lay down. Okay, so they have an awful lot of this thing. I am gonna use Falcon's ability twice, I think. Just burn through this guy. Hit him for another 14, so now he only has 23 total health. So he dies on Mila's first attack. Okay. Let's see how this works out. And once Bozidar's armor is gone, we can start using his life drain ability instead. Oof. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of cards. We're going to be in... Oh no, I was going to say we're going to be in rough purple shape after this battle, but that's right. This is a concept battle. It doesn't actually work that way. So they have just that one card left. And there's definitely something to be said for just playing Falcon a bunch. So he can absorb anything. And they only have one card left. We gotta get through 12 total health. Would I be better off just doing this? You would lose another 5 health, but yeah, this is a concept challenge. The damage isn't real. Okay, so now we've won. Unless they play something that's faster than 9.0, he's just gonna end the battle immediately. And even if they did play something that's faster than 9.0, he has 42 armor. I'm just going to skip to resolution. I'm not playing any more cards. Turns out that armor we built is pretty okay. Alright, so we gained ourselves... Wow, first of all, 3 points of destiny on Bozidar. Secondly, 28 dark wood. Ask the spirit what happened here. Then go and leave. Yeah, that outcome has some definite benefits. Good research points and some dark wood. Yeah, that's a pretty good outcome. first, do we want to bring Nadia just straight back? And this is completely trivial. How is everybody? Okay, we're almost completely recovered from the stuff that we've gotten into. Trying to figure out how I think we want to approach these guys, because I have to be a little bit careful. Obviously, I want to set in on them instead of the other way around. She has 6 movement, so right here would give me... It's 2 to move on to these mountain spaces, so right here would give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in case they don't come any closer. I don't know exactly how much move they have. Yeah, let's try right here. Smell smoke and feel a heat wave coming your way. It's a fire. Okay. Running away is probably more safe, but putting out the fire preserves the forest, and we know that there are some positive outcomes to this. That said, a red concept challenge is a little bit harder for us. Not harder enough, apparently. We can also gather up some of the wood now. Yeah, we get a little bit of faction loyalty with some... I think Woodland Kin is what the elf faction is called. Don't really know a lot about the elves, but it seems like we want to be their friend. Shouldn't be a big problem. Wow, this is more injuries than I thought we were going to suffer. We got a secret alloy, a little bit more enchanted leather, a monster artifact that is fine, kind of like on the bad end of fine. Alright, Iliska, I guess take another level of Ghostly Axe? That seems better than grabbing Double Toss. She's got to be pretty close to growing up now, right? 7 turns. I don't think we're going to get her to the next level in time. I would love to be able to get another stat boost on her before she leveled up, but I don't think it's going to happen. Alright, we might be okay on food for right now. Let's gather a little bit more. We really do just need more bodies, I think, more than anything else. Do we want to knock out this boar's lair? The boars run over to us, they're not very tough, and then they just feed us XP, so maybe not. Maybe the boars are totally fine. Yeah, I kind of think the boars are okay. Alright, let's spend some advancement points. Let's learn to forge some more cool stuff. I'm still a little torn on this. There's definitely an argument to be made for playing the dwarf into combat more and taking advantage of very high first strike with his incredible perception. But no, I think we wanna buff up Nadia. We're gonna go for not really a lot of sense in using a one-handed axe, right? I think we want like the super high, super fast damage. Let's see how good a proper axe can be. I mean, we're still going to be seeing kind of a low-tier axe because we're going to make it out of low-tier materials, but... Ooh, if we got 2 more mythical leather, we'd have enough to use that as the secondary material in the axe. What does that look like? Ooh, Shield Leech 2.3 times modifier with Shield Leech and a free 7 damage on top of the normal damage is pretty compelling. Actually, that's a hell of a weapon. Shield Leech just seems incredibly powerful. Oh, the symbols for the things are the same as the symbols in the essences. Well, if I could remember, if I could associate those symbols with the thing that they give, that would mean the essences are like giving us all of the information that is necessary. Interesting. I thought I remembered in the last game we played that when I made elemental weapons, they were able to be used in purple challenges. Yeah, maybe you have to have a purple essence in them for that to work. Like if we go into design mode. Actually, I can't do gems. So we can do bone. If I put bone in it, does it? nope, and we can't put a purple essence in the bottom slot. If I go just granite, we just make it raw granite. Okay, maybe if all of the essences are a color, the weapon could be used in that color challenge. 2.2 shield leech. That's pretty interesting. It scales off of intelligence when used in yellow challenges. Yeah, wow, there's a lot to consider here, actually. But I think I'd really like to do that. But the refining is going to be a big pain in the ass because we don't even have the... words. The advancement point spend. We don't even have the ability to interact with the resources in the tier below it. So we'd have to pay one advancement point for, scaled leather, and then 2 more advancement points for mythical leather, which we really can't do. What if I just went to... And we have this. That's still a pretty good weapon. What is her current axe? Is it a 2.2? Oh, right. I'm in the wrong thing here. Her current axe is a 2.5, so we are talking about a small downgrade in damage, but there's a lot to be said for shield leech, man. It makes you very tough. And if we just made the axe a normal axe, if we just did, let's say, this and this, we can make a 3.0. But, okay, this is 2.2 plus 7 damage, though. Or plus 6.5, really. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think we're going to see any mythical leather available for trade. We wouldn't actually even have to refine it. Just getting the ability to interact with mythical leather would give us enough to make the one axe. And it is pretty good. What do we... Am I right about this? Yeah, three advancement points, which we are nowhere near. We have research material. We have 1 research material, which should get us only halfway to another one. Yeah, I think we're going to have to just make it out of what we got here. Let's send her back to trade with Slavic, just in case they do have 2 points of mythical leather on them somehow. I can't imagine it being the case. But we may as well. We might be able to get it by just hanging out and fighting Lightbringers as well. Definitely something to think about. They do drop some cool stuff sometimes. Hey, you guys. Nope, no big surprise there. Well, I will take your cooking spices, though. And actually, we don't naturally gain vegetables, so those will be useful as well. You can have, I don't know, this leather artifact that I can't imagine ever using. So if we were going to find mythical leather, I'm trying to remember, was it the Purple Island? Not that we could gather it right now anyway. I'm trying to think ahead. I guess let's go fight some more Lightbringers and see if we can get them to drop any mythical leather. I'm trying to remember, did we get the mythical leather from fighting them, or did we get the mythical leather from events? Because it's possible that it's from events instead, in which case no amount of fighting these guys is going to help us. Okay, a purple challenge. Yeah, purple 2 we should be able to beat. That is not a great jewel. I can't imagine we want luck. Oh yeah, like another point of battle orders. That actually makes total sense. Let's head over here and interact with the Lightbringer village. I want to make sure that I'm remembering correctly that it was a difficulty 7 challenge to take them down. Alright, easy boars. A group of elderly-looking orcs approaches your camp. They show their hands in a gesture of peace, but they do still have weapons by their side. That's interesting. I don't think we've seen this event before. Let's wait until they approach to see what they want. I can't imagine that they'll be able to take us. If it's a difficulty 4 challenge to just have at them straight up, I'm not too worried about them trying sneaky stuff. They're orcs, right? May we join you and share meat and spirits. They could have cool stuff. They're here from a faraway land. They could have mythical leather on them. Let's see where this goes. I know that, like, the turmoily thing to do would be to just jump them, and with our armor and stuff, we might be able to get away with that, but let's not make that the first option. The group sits by the fire and passes along some dried meat and strong spirits. I am Broken Nightwalker. It is an honor to drink and eat together. This way we are not enemies. The rite of journey binds us. Would you youngsters like to hear some elder wisdom? Yeah, are you talking about combat? I love combat wisdom. Ha! If only we were younger, we could have ourselves a good old beating. But no, you have not offended our honor, nor we yours. That's a little presumptive. We are elder, a rarity for our kind, I'll have you know. We simply ask you, what is best in life? Is this, yeah. We sure do have the Conan answer available to us. And, you know, it does fit with our whole thing this game. Yeah, to crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentations of their men. It's not exactly the quote, but she's a woman, so it makes sense. It is what we once thought, believed, and lived by. But is it true? And do you believe it, or did you say so to please our old ears? Our lesson, then, is, if an old orc can say peace is not a lie, anything in life can change. Bozidar has become the demon of destiny. Also, we gained wisdom on Aliska. Okay, well, hey, thank you for coming along and increasing the stats of my children. Settlement claimed by the light. You've come to join us? No? You are either one of us or you are not. Come. Okay. This is an abomination that defies both turmoil and light. Attack head-on would be a 7 difficulty challenge. Not something we can do right now. I was just making sure that I remembered how difficult that was going to be. Okay, so we can just make the mythical leather axe at some point in the future. Let's send her back home and instead make granite and wild leather. What's it? Enchanted leather. That's totally a good weapon still. And actually, with her strength, this is going to be more damage than 3.0, right? Because isn't her strength only 9? Yeah. Okay, I like this. Let's do this. You and you. And we're not going to be able to get over the threshold to bring it down to 2 turns. Unfortunately, all wild ingredients means there's a pretty good chance that we crap this up, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. We're not dealing with resources that we couldn't get more of. Alright, you have your crafting tool, as does she. Okay. Let's hang out and build ourselves a big axe. Oh, I don't think Nadia's on a job, though. How is your gathering 9 right now? Like, what on earth? What are you... Oh, right, you're still sick. I forgot. Well, okay. Go gather a very small amount of wood. Okay, the child is strong. She does not have the ability to go after the witch thing. And that 1 point of wisdom was not enough to push her up to Zerka or healer. So she has 4 destiny, and that's... I'm wondering if the threshold is 5, because I feel like we've had kids be able to go after mysticism with... Or to be able to go after witch with 5 mysticism, so that might be the threshold. Maybe we, try to have her follow the path of the warrior. I don't expect her to actually be very good at it. Maybe it would be better to just make her a gatherer. I'm just thinking, if we can't get a witch, and we can't get a Zerka or a healer, another warrior to help us red challenge out is probably the next best thing. So fingers crossed that this works out, and if not, she'll come back as like a scavenger probably. Or I guess she might die. That's also possible. Nope, she became a full-fledged warrior. Wasn't even a big deal. An unusually wise and mystical warrior. Absolutely fine. And now we have somebody who could use another big axe. should be easy enough to do this. I forgot to equip her with stuff. Hold on, let's... She's not going to be necessary in this combat anyway. Alright, so we're looking at 66 damage. I mean, I imagine this is going to unfold pretty much the way the last one did. Then, do we want to throw you down? May as well, I suppose? I don't want to put him down yet. So yeah, we'll just do a will drain here. Okay, they have a couple of annoying cards this time. Not gonna be quite so easy. But I'm thinking, like, this may just be a situation where you play Falcon's ability twice. Which means I'm gonna pass the turn. I get to go last, which is really nice. Okay, they played that one guy 3 times, which means this is going to be devastating for them. So we could afford to have somebody just take 17. I think we're probably better off in terms of overall damage done to the remaining cards in their hand doing that. The 17 damage we take from him isn't even going to pierce anybody's armor. Okay, really, that didn't do it. Well, it's hard to imagine they're going to have a lot left here. We could probably kill him with just first strike damage. Yeah. Okay, victory. Yeah, I'm good. They don't have any cards left. I feel like the battle should just end as soon as that happens. Okay, it's a decent piece of jewelry. Did you know the Lightbringer is not super fond of me? Okay, so we want to make another axe. We have another strength-based warrior here. We cannot, unfortunately, make her an axe of enchanted leather. We could throw in... We could do like a silver granite axe. Gives true damage and shield leech, but it only has a 2.1 modifier, or 2.1 multiplier. We're so close to being able to make a golden axe, which is actually not even better. Never mind. And if we just go full granite, we still get the shield leech, we get the 2.2, and unfortunately, yellow intelligence is not her good yellow stat. I really like the idea of the axe being so magical that it aids you in conversation. I think we might just do this. 2.2 with the shield leech property is like totally fine. So we are at a point in the project where we could pull Mila off to start this one. Just let Falcon finish this. Is his name Falcon? I keep wanting to call him Falcor, which is not right. That's a different guy. Yeah, okay. And then she could wear this steel armor. We're gonna make her a suit of real armor. And she should probably get the best of those pieces of monster jewelry. And we should probably put some jewelry on Mila. Yes, topaz stuff is fine. Actually, maybe want to swap these. Oh, except actually Mila won't be able to carry the monster jewelry. This is so heavy. It's just a bracelet. It's weird. Alright, well for right now you can hold her old sword. No, you cannot. You need a lighter weapon. Okay, well, I mean, on Aliska's first level up, we're going to take strength, right? We're going to take strength every time it's offered to us. I guess for right now, you can hold the best one-handed sword? No, man. Your gathering tool is, like, really heavy? No, it's not. Where's all the weight coming from? It's just, yeah, that armor and that jewelry. Well, I guess let's not stress about it then, for the moment. Let's wait until the axe is done, and then we'll reconfigure her gear however we have to. Alright, so that is Nadia's axe there. We did make a garbage quality one. That's a real shame. You know, I feel like, and I'm sure this is just, like, some confirmation bias or something. Oh, you know what? The silver battle axe being as light as it is actually really helpful. But we're going to keep leveling up strength on them, so eventually they'll be able to wield this stuff. So let's see. 1.6 plus 4.8. Is it already... Yeah, it's already calculating the flat damage into that red number. I still would rather use the granite battle axe over the silver one, just because it's going to add shield every time you hit with it. The silver battle axe is a lot faster, too. And silver's a good material for making axes, apparently. Probably not the case in the real world. Alright, well, we have this other axe being constructed here. Do we want to move people around on gathering? Nadia should probably be gathering something. I don't know that we need more fish right at this moment. We have enough wood, probably. I guess gather some iron. Who knows? We might want some low-quality metal. Sometimes you just need metal, right? Alright, do you want protect others or protective word? I like protect others in general. Especially since you can multi-target somebody that you've played onto the battlefield more than once. Also, protective word is not usable in red challenges. Oh hey, this thing again. Observe them further, try to figure out what's wrong. Demons obey the demon lore. Nope, they were just ill. We're not having great luck. It doesn't feel like. Okay, Falcon. I don't know that I particularly care about strength on Falcon. He's pretty much got that under control. We could grab intelligence, or we could have Falcon just get faster. Doesn't have reliable argument yet. I can't remember. Is reliable argument scaled off of int, or is it wisdom? I'm going to take the intelligence, and then on Eliska, unfortunately, don't have the option of taking strength. Which is, like, really the only stat we do want. We could try to force her up the perception path, or we could just take the wisdom. I'm going to just take the wisdom. It makes her good at everything that isn't being a warrior, and she might be our, like, yellow and red warrior. Let's have a look at this new piece of gear. Okay, the other granite axe at least came out at normal quality. Even heavier, somehow. Turns out granite is pretty heavy. Yeah, we just need to get a bunch of strength, basically. We need to get some lucky level ups. Alright, well, I'll be honest with you. I don't feel like we've made the progress I was hoping to make this episode. We still have another piece of armor to make, and then we'll be a little bit better at fighting in general, or in total, but I still don't know that we'll be better enough to do a level 7 challenge. So, I'm not sure how we are going to continue pushing up to get strong here. Maybe we do have to go and negotiate with the Red Ridgers, lose the conversation intentionally. I was kind of hoping we could just get strong enough to take that red option right away, because I kind of want to see what happens if you do that. Probably not actually on the table, though. Anyway, that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time tomorrow to see if we can overcome the incompetence of our craftsmen. And we'll see you then.